Hello again, GLL back for another video. There's been a lot of talk recently in the Halo community, if you could call it a community, regarding Halo 3 anniversary. Is it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Is it going to be announced next year? What's the situation with a Halo 3 anniversary? Is that actually going to happen? Now, I'm not going to claim to be some kind of expert when it comes to remasters and re-releases. All I'm going to do is to give you my prediction, which may end up being completely wrong, so don't get your fucking hopes up, or get your hopes fucking dashed, because I'm going to tell it exactly like it fucking is and what I think is actually going to happen. So, don't cry in the fucking comment section about how this is going to happen, this is going to happen, because you don't know, and I don't know. But if we take a page from fucking history, we can educate ourselves. Now, recently I watched Rony Boney's video on this subject, and I've watched bits and pieces of other people's videos and whatnot. I was meaning to do one myself because it's getting out of hand, all the fucking hype for this crap. It's just getting retarded. People are like asking the earth. It's just not going to happen. Just like, the idea that they're going to give us Halo 3 Plus, like some kind of improved version of Halo 3. It's a fucking pipe dream. It's just not going to happen, is it? It's 343 Industries. You've got more chance of them putting microtransactions in Halo 3. I mean, just think about that for a second. It makes no sense. They're not going to improve the game. They're not. They might get a graphical improvement, if you're lucky. You might get the cutscenes done by Bloor Studios, if you're lucky. Okay? You're asking for a lot there from 343. So, I mean, they couldn't do it with Halo 2. So what makes you think they can do it with Halo 3? And I'm not singling out Rony Boney here, but in his video he was saying like, he hopes they bring us the full multiplayer, you're going to have all the multiplayer maps, reskinned, redone, and everything. And, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to update the fucking multiplayer. They've never done that. It's not going to happen. Now, let's get back on track. So before we take a page out of history, let's have a look at what's going on right fucking now with video games. And let's look specifically at Halo Wars fucking 2. Halo Wars 2 is coming out, but if you get the special edition of Halo Wars 2, it comes with a remastered Halo Wars 1. Now you may not be aware of that, it's been done on the hush, but it's there. So if you're a Halo Wars fan, if you get either the deluxe edition or the digital deluxe edition with the season pass, you also get the original Halo Wars 1, the digital code for the original Halo Wars 1. That works on the PC and the Xbox as well as the other game. So that is something that's really interesting. You need to check that out if you haven't already, if you're a fan of Halo Wars. But my point is, they've already done that with Halo Wars, so why wouldn't they do that with the new Halo? They're doing it with Call of Duty. They're doing the remastered Call of Duty 4 with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. They're doing it with that new South Park game. If you pre-order the South Park game, the Fractured But Whole, you get the Stick of Truth for free, basically, just for pre-ordering the game. They're doing it with Gears. They always give you the old Gears games when you fucking pre-order the new one. They like giving you these old games for the 360 in bundles with the games. It's happening over and over, time and time again. And that's not all of them. That's just all I can think of off the top of my head. But the big ones are obviously your Call of Duty, which is getting a remaster put in with the new game to appeal to the old school fans as well as the new fans. So they're doing that with Halo Wars. So Microsoft is already doing this with Halo Wars 1 and 2. What's to stop them doing that with Halo 3 and Halo 6? So before everybody gets all bent out of shape, it will be digital only code with Halo 6 for Halo 3. This is just a prediction. This is not a fact. This is just what I'm thinking, because I'm looking at what's going on right now. But I also think that if we go further back in history, here's how Halo 3 Anniversary will look. The graphics and everything will be redone in the campaign. They may add additional things to the campaign, like additional achievements, obviously, additional skulls and terminals may be added in, because there's only like 7 terminals in Halo 3 and they're not real terminals like the new ones. So they may add some of that shit into Halo 3. That is something we may be able to look forward to in Halo 3 Anniversary if they choose to make Halo 3 Anniversary. But you're probably going to have to buy Halo 6 in order to get Halo 3 Anniversary, no less the special edition of Halo 6. So keep that in mind while you're sat there in fanboy land over there thinking this is going to be some kind of standalone amazing fucking experience. It's not. What they're going to do, first and foremost, you will get Halo 3's campaign remastered with Halo 6. But you will not have a remastered multiplayer. They may put the original multiplayer in with the game like they did with Halo 2 on the MCC. You may get to play the original maps. They may even get the ranking system in there, but it won't be correct because 343 can't do ranking systems. They fail at it. They suck at it. They can't do them. It's been tried and tested. They can't do them. Don't try and tell me they can. They cannot do them. Simple. They don't have a clue. They're incompetent. So you may get the original multiplayer. It may function correctly, or it may end up like the MCC. Who fucking knows? This is assuming they're making a Halo 3 Anniversary, but it's probably going to happen, and it's probably going to happen in the way I'm saying. It's probably going to be a digital download with Halo 6. So don't start fucking crying about it when it happens. So you may get the original multiplayer in some way, shape or form, including the DLC. Potentially. ODST may even be included. You never know. That is another debate altogether. But I would be guessing is you won't get that content remastered. You will not get the multiplayer remastered because they haven't done that. They haven't done that for whatever reason. Maybe there's technical limitations there, so they cannot give you a reskin while in multiplayer. Now, Halo 3 is also 4 players, so it might not even be possible to have 4 player with the overlaid graphics. I'm not a tech guy, so I can't answer that question, but somebody out there may know the answer to that. So, here's what I think is going to happen. If we look again at history, and we see that Halo 1 Anniversary came out when Halo Reach was in its prime. And what they did was they created maps in Halo Reach for Halo 1 and changed the gameplay in Halo Reach. So it was like more of a Halo 1 style. But the auto aim was ridiculous, so the pistol was lethal in that. But it was about as close as they could get it with Halo Reach fucking settings. They got it to like where it was like almost like Halo 1, you could jump higher and whatever. So maybe they're going to do something like that with Halo 6. I'm not going to take full credit for that because that was what my brother said to me, and I'm thinking that is correct. Because if you look again at history, we look at Halo Reach. They gave you Halo 1 maps in Halo Reach. Recently did a Halo 2 Anniversary with maps from Halo 2 when they did the other remaster, and that was like running in like a semi Halo 4 style fucking engine or whatever. It wasn't the original engine, it was like Halo fucking 4 shit. So they may do something like that again, but I would suggest that if they're going to bundle these games together, that the levels from Halo 3 will be bundled into Halo 6 somehow. That you'll have like a classic playlist within Halo 6 that runs levels from Halo 3. Now, whether the original multiplayer will even be in the game is a massive question mark. They may just opt for this Halo 6 map fucking shit, like I'm saying now. They're just going to put the levels from Halo 3 in Halo 6, and it won't be all the levels because they'll just pick the ones that are competitive, because they're obsessed with this esports bullshit these days that just fucks everything up. You can sit there on the other side of the screen and say that's not true all you want, but the esports scene is ruining video games. So they're probably going to do the following levels. Now, I'm going to make these predictions, and if they turn out to be right, you're going to have to admit I'm a fucking genius. So I'm going to predict, if they do, I'm going to say they're going to do 5 or 6 levels, and I'm going to give you the 6 levels that they're going to remaster, okay? Right, the maps will be in no particular order: Guardian, Valhalla, Last Resort, Narrows, Heretic, High Ground, and Sandbox for the forging and shit. That'll be all of them. So those are my predictions. So we'll see how I get on with that and see how many of those actually are right and how many of them are actually wrong. So that's my thoughts on what's going to happen with Halo 3 Anniversary. I'm not living in some dream world where we're going to get this amazing remaster from the ground up, or even an overlay like the ones from Halo 1 and Halo 2. I'm certainly not in the delusional party that thinks that the multiplayer is going to work as it did when it came out in 2007, because the developers just haven't got the fucking desire or the fucking skill to do that. They just can't do it. So I don't see that happening. I can definitely see Halo 6 coming with some kind of Halo 3. But they may just take the original Halo 3. I'm not sure if it's on backwards compatibility yet, but they may just make it backwards compatible and ship it with fucking Halo 6. They may not do anything with Halo 3. They may just give us Halo 3 from the 360 as a free download with Halo 6. That might be what they do. They might not put any effort in whatsoever. But, like I said, if they are going to remaster it, they're probably going to bundle it with Halo 6. Because Halo 5 came out at the end of 2015, and by the end of 2017 I would expect Halo 6 to be somewhere near ready, because these games are not like they were when Bungie was at the reins. You know, these games are rushed piles of shit, and 2 years of development time is easily enough time to have another version of Halo 5 on your hands where there's absolutely no content in at launch. The game was only just finished this year, so they had an extra year of development. They already reworked the engine for Halo 5, and I'm guessing Halo 6 is going to be like Halo 5 2.0. So we're just going to get the same shit, but it's going to be Halo 6. It just furthers the story. It's going to be more or less the same gameplay. They might add something like wall running or something, because that's what everyone else is doing, and that's going to be it. They might stick these Halo 3 levels in there with a classic game mode, and they may add a Halo 3 Anniversary into the package to entice people to buy it, because Halo 5 sold fuck all. So to entice people to buy this new Halo, they may bring in Halo 3 to make it sell by remastering it. And there you have it. Now, remasters don't sell a lot anyway, so the idea that people are banding around like, oh, this remaster's going to save Halo, is a complete fucking fail. It is. Remasters don't save anything. Remasters don't sell well. Remasters sell like 1 million, maybe 2 million tops. They do not fucking revive a dead franchise. Diehards buy remasters. Diehards. Like 1 million fans may buy it. That's not enough to keep a community going for the long term. It's not a big fucking, it's not 8 million people. It's not 11 million people or whatever. It's not enough. It's not enough. If you do some research into this, remasters never sell that well. They sell enough to make money, because obviously you don't have to redesign the game and the story and everything and put all that shit in. That's already there. So they make enough money out of them for them to make them, but they don't sell a lot of copies. It's not going to be like this some kind of revival. The only way to do that was to make a new decent game. And even then, because of how bad the reputation is with 343 now, it's just not going to work. So I would be very surprised if they release a standalone Halo 3 remaster. I would be very surprised. I would presume they would bundle it in with Halo 6. That's what I would presume. I could be wrong, but they're doing it with Halo Wars 2. They're doing it with Call of Duty. They're doing it all over the show in gaming right now. That's like the new thing. They like to bundle shit together to try and get old fans to buy the new games because the new games are not selling enough. So if you want to go there, that's what's going to happen. So if you're prepared to buy Halo 6, which is probably going to be one of the worst games ever fucking made in the history of mankind, to get Halo 3 Anniversary, and it'll probably be digital only because that's how they like to roll with this fucking Xbox. It'll probably work on the PC, so PC fans might be happy in getting like the Super Edition, which is probably going to be, probably both games will work on the PC. If you get the disc version of Halo 6, then you're probably going to have Halo 3 that'll still work on the PC because it'll be tied to your account. So anyway, that is my thoughts on what's going to happen. So just to recap, there will be a Halo 3 Anniversary remastered campaign with some additional features. There may or may not be the original multiplayer included. They will then take some of the levels and put those levels into Halo 6, creating Halo 3 Anniversary playlist with the levels that I said before in that playlist for the MLG crowd and for the esports and everything, and you know, for people that give a fuck about Halo 6, which is not many people. And then you will have your Halo 6, and it will all be done as one package. So anything else that people are going on about, saying as how they would like more customization in Halo 3, saying that they would like the ranks to return, saying they would like this, that and the other, saying they're worried about sprint being in Halo 3 and shit like that. Well, they're not going to add sprint to Halo 3. What they're going to do is they're going to not put multiplayer into it, full stop, and then they're just going to have Halo 6 multiplayer with or without sprint with Halo fucking 3 maps. You might not even get Halo 3's multiplayer. They may not desire to put in the multiplayer component of the game. They didn't with Halo Anniversary. And with Halo 2 Anniversary, yeah, they put it in, but look how badly that went for them. With Halo 1 Anniversary, they didn't put it in, but then they put the maps in Halo Reach, and they were cool, and everybody liked them because people actually liked Halo Reach, but everybody still would have liked to have the original multiplayer. With the MCC, we got the original multiplayer, but they didn't remaster it or do anything with it. Then they did Halo 2 Anniversary, and they did more or less the same thing in, you've got the original multiplayer, not patched whatsoever, which was horrendous, and you've got the game that's been overlaid and redone and is nice graphics. Better graphics than Halo 5, if you want to go there. You've got that, so... But then they also did Halo 2 Anniversary playlist for multiplayer, which was again a different, it's like a game on its own, just for like 6 multiplayer maps, I believe, 5 originally and then 1 that they did afterwards. So that's what they did there for Halo 2. So if we take all these little bits of history and put them together, not saying this is going to happen, but it looks likely that that's what's going to happen, that we're going to get some kind of Halo Anniversary with Halo 6, and it's not going to live up to anybody's overhyped expectations. So, like I said to Roni on his comments in his video, you need to bring yourself back down to reality. And I'm not picking on Roni, by the way, that's just the last video I watched. I've seen some other ones, but I can't remember which fucking ones I watched. I think LNG did one. I think Halo Followers done one. I think they've all fucking done one, basically. Every single fucking person on here has done one. And it's just getting to the point where I'm like, why are people doing videos about this? Because no matter what it is, it will suck. 343 will find a way to fuck the game up. They will. They always do. Okay? There's one thing you can count on with 343 is that they will fuck it up. Somehow, some way, they will do it. And that's all I've got to say about it. So feel free to subscribe. See you later.
Spartans win.